Alright, today we're working with the Mitsubishi Hi Uni 10H pencils. Right off the bat, I love this texture. It reminds me of some early 90s car dashboards. I got this as a 12 pack. The case is robust. It's got a clear acrylic window on the front of it so you can see what you're working with. To open it up, gently pry up on that acrylic window and it'll fold forward so you can access these pretty stunning looking pencils. I'm going to pull one out, set this case off to the side, and we'll get a better look at one of them. These pencils have a very nice feel and sheen, and that gold really pops on that burgundy color. Sharpening the Hi Uni is a breeze because it uses a high-quality cedar and well-centered core that reliably yields a clean and sharp point without tearing or chipping the wood. But the thing is, we're not looking to drive this Mitsubishi around the block. We're wanting to bang its rev limiters across a tightrope. In order to do that, we need to expand our sharpening beyond standard and advance into stone and burnishing. Here I'm using the core side of some generic two-sided sharpening stone. For wooden pencils, it works great. I generally only use the other side of the stone for mechanical pencils because the finer grit size puts less lateral forces on the extended cores, resulting in fewer broken tips. I like to warm up a bit with some light stretching to get a feel for each other. So I start out with some 1mm graph paper and I walk out the alphabet in order. One character per box, A through Z. Not too difficult, but lets me feel and see how the point reacts on paper. And here it is completed, easy peasy. After I've let the engine warm up and kick the tires for a bit, I like to jump in and shift through the gears, make sure the thing's not a slush box. Place capital and lowercase letters in the same box and follow the same alphabetical sequence as before. At this stage, fiber structure of the paper and rogue graphite dust start to become manageable annoyances. However, this Mitsubishi Hi Uni is a 10H, which is about as hard as they come in terms of its composite core. Having a high clay percentage allows this pencil to maintain its point through maneuvers under pressure with minimal debris. The downside of a higher clay count is lighter lines. However, since the Hi Uni retains its point so well, I don't have much problem running through old tracks to increase its darkness a bit. Switching into a more supported position using my left hand allows me finer motor control while reducing fatigue. And I don't want to pull a hammy when I kick the tall skinny one down harder than you can kick a Canadian goose down a flight of stairs. Which is gonna happen, because this Mitsubishi so far has me impressed. It's holding up well to microscripting. It glides well on flatter portions and provides enough tactile response to let you know if you need to cut and rut. There's capital and lowercase, nice crisp lines, no slush box. My penmanship needs a bit of work right now, but don't mind that. Now we're going to see how this pencil performs. I did the first bit off camera because I couldn't figure out the angles to where I could see the work and you could see something other than the back of my head. Since I don't use magnification, I like to be close to my work. So finding the correct angle where I wasn't constantly hitting the camera and you could make out what was happening took a bit of effort and dexterity. When microscripting 2x2s, you're attempting to fit 4 legible characters in a single 1mm box, allocating only 500 microns squared per character, and this Mitsubishi Hi Uni was up for the challenge. Clear, crisp lines, virtually no smudging. I give this Mitsubishi Hi Uni 10H a 10 out of 10.